A very quick and late video on Thursday the 11th of March after a great day's trading. I'm glad to report the advances in the US, as I'm sure you know, 3 times that of the declines, and although the confirmed call on VectorVest, the longest measure of the trend in the US market, is down. All the short and the medium term measures of the market have turned up, and turned up quite nicely. The VectorVest advocates buying safe undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. If we have a look at the VectorVest composite, that's it. That's the sell-off that we had last week. I in fact talked about that at our weekly Q&A, and I proposed a reason for that based on what was going on in the bond market. That's the reversal that happened last Friday, and this pin bar or hammer in fact has followed through very nicely indeed. And as you can see, if I put on the primary wave turned up, and if I put on the DEW, which is a medium term market timing tool which I use for swing trading, it turned up after the close yesterday. You can see the quality of the signals that this thing gives, very robust signals indeed. So market is rising, and I managed to get back in, and I've been focused on markets both in the UK and in the US for most of the day. I've stuck my feet in. Those of you that know me well will know that I'm a big follower of a fellow called Richard Wyckoff, and most of the setups that I've taken, in fact I think all of them, were Wyckoff setups today. So Apps is like a good old uncle. It just keeps providing, doesn't it? So if we have a look at these charts, come on, there we go. This is not a textbook Wyckoff setup, but as you can see, it pulled back Apps. If I put on my 21 and 55, you can see the trend is up, and I'll get rid of volume for a second. It pulled back here to that last old top, and I had made a little bit of money there. Got stopped out, I think, on the second half of the position as it came back. And then it came back here. Now the market then came down, ran that low, and it stopped at a 78% retracement of the last range, and then it charted an inside day, and I actually when the DEW turned up and the primary wave turned up on the same day, I bought it at the open this morning, and it's going quite nicely indeed. Stop loss underneath, down around here, so stop loss is a long way away, but let's see what happens. Maybe I can tighten that stop loss a little bit tomorrow. So Apps looking good. That's Microsoft, and again it's a fairly textbook Wyckoff setup. The market pulls back here, goes up. I didn't trade that. Comes back, runs those stops, and starts to move up quite nicely. So again, open long from the open today. I don't know what's going to happen next, folks, but I'm in the game. Okay. That's the SPX going nicely, and I mentioned that high of 3885 that it took forever to get through. Then it took 3900 forever to get through, and clearly now we're going to sit up at that high, whatever that high is, 3950. It's going to take a day or two to get through that. If it gets through that, nobody knows what's going to happen next. And I took a bit of a punt on PLTR. Fundamentals on VectorVest are not great, and the trend is not great either, but when I see a market coming down and running these major lows here, it's always worth a go. And I bought into that, and let's see what happens. Stop loss is under the 2-day low, which is at 2310. So we shall see what happens there. So a great day trading in the US market. The UK market is going well. I haven't really done that much in the UK market. I looked at I'm a shareholder in a little copper play called Italia Mining, and it's pulled back to support. It looks as if it wants to go again. Let's see what the copper price does. The UK market has been quite frustrating because some of the shares that I'm holding, I'm well up in. Up since I bought them last April, I'm up 35% in them, but they've really done nothing in the last 2 or 3 months. So let's hope that this move in the market can push them out of that range. I'm speaking about Lion Trust Asset Management. I'm speaking about JD Sports, for example, that need a little nudge to get out of that trading range they've been in for such a long time. Games Workshop gave us a little bit of a scare, but it seems to have done pretty much what PLTR has done, come down and run the stop losses at a major low and is now reversing. So I'm reasonably happy with that, and I'll do a long review of those probably tomorrow or over the weekend. Okay, long days trading. Always good to get back up on the horse again after you fall off. If you remember, week before last I had 2 losing trades and quite a few were scratches. That's just the way it goes. With any luck, we've got a nice period in front of us now. So just remember, nobody knows what's going to happen next, and the key to the exercise is boring old managing risk. Size your positions correctly. As a guy called Ed Sekoita, who's a bit of a guru in technical trading circles. He was in the first Market Wizards book. He says that anybody who risks any more than 2% on any one trade is a gunslinger. So just size your positions carefully, and that'll keep you alive until you get really, really good at this. So I hope this helps, folks. Take care of yourselves. Good night. Bye.